Well, good morning, folks. I want to talk about child and human trafficking. As we already know, child trafficking and human trafficking is not just overseas, and it's not just, with Epstein case. This is in your face, here in our very communities. Not just children, but women. Women can be trafficked too, by denying them a job. Denying them a job at the right time for the right amount. And all of this covering up of the mouth is a bunch of baloney. Baloney is bull. We are righting our bull brutality. Okay? Other people say that is BS. Baloney. Baloney sausage. Let us talk about human trafficking, trafficking of women, and exploiting. Because for those of you who don't believe in God, well, too bad for you. Don't believe. But I know that God hears His children's cries. And He's got a whole army of angels. I am not anti-government. No, I am very much pro-national security. Very much. Very much pro-national security and central intelligence. And I'm here to reveal to you that God is our central intelligence. And all of this human intelligence gathering and central intelligence agencies, it is a multinational foreign agency. So, this is a message for our national security agencies throughout the nations. Because trafficking of humans, of women and men and children, it's not just an American issue. It is a worldwide issue. And I'm not anti-military. I am very much pro-military. And God has an army of angels. He is calling His people to line up formation. We have transformed. We went through a transformation. Transformation. Line up. Pay attention. We will fight evil with good. With God, not without. We should have no fear. Some of us are going to get hurt on the way. And what does the body do? You tell me what the body does. Okay? If we are the body and some of us are the feet, and some of us are the hands, and some of us are the mouth, and some of us are the eyes, and some of us are the gut, and some of us, what does the body do? If we are parts of the body, you keep going. You keep going like a warrior, like a soldier with a double-edged sword. Because some of us read from left to right, and some of us read from right to left. And we, in the West and the East, are the body. Down here in the South, we are stubborn. Stubborn. Born from the stub, the tree that was cut. And God has promised to raise the valley of dry bones. He has promised to take the stick, the branch of Judah, and the stick, the branch of the Gentiles, and make him into one tree. And we are the branches. branch serving the servant. We are the branches serving. So when the body moves forward and we are forming up, lining up, we were transformed. It's already happened. Between the 3 and the 4, the gamma and the dalet, which means door, we have gone through the door. There are gatekeepers, the Levites. This is so real. Bind your books and your notes. I don't care what religion you are. God is not a God of religiosity. God is a God of action. What good does it do for us to say, oh, no God, and pray, go to church, when you don't have God in you? It's all a hypocrisy. God is a God of bravery and courage. So the whole body moves forward. Some of us are going to die. Some of us are going to be hurt. You just keep going because we are the body. Where is your courage? You tell me that my posts, or let the HR do whatever they need to do to Alexander. It is okay for you to be sacrificing my son to the god of Molech and the children. I reported this to the governor, and I reported this to the senator and to the congressman. I said, I've got my eye on my child. Something happens to my child, then you will have to recognize. But if I had not been vigilant, because I learned in the military, they taught me, to report in the chow hall. I was the chow runner. I was taught to present myself in front of the snake pit. Yes, I was a chow runner. You are supposed to report your flight to the snake pit. And I was just a child. And I did it, and I got it out of me. Lost my fear of the snakes. Between the 3 and the 4, the Levites and Judah. Because you've been talking about Jesus' genealogy. Oh, where does Jesus come from? He is the root. And God has promised to always have a king on David's throne. David starts with D and ends with D and never ends. It never ends. It is a cycle. David, 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 David. It is God's promise. And doesn't matter whether Jesus comes from the tribe of Levi or Judah. It is between the 3 and the 4. You hear me? I know what I know, and I have no fear in men. Because this is the way that I was trained. I was trained in the military. Do not open up the gate, the door to the stranger. And I was intimidated. As a child, I was intimidated and I did not fail. But when you open up the door to Satan and let everybody and their unwelcomed brother, we're talking about a different set of people. We're talking about people who just go with Satan. Antichrists. Because just like there's a branch, there's branches. Just like there's a son, there's sons. Daughter, daughters. Tree, trees. Branch, branches. And the keys are between the 3 and the 4. The gamma is Dalet, which which means door from the inside of the body. And I have no fear in you, whether you are royalty or you are rich, because you are not a child of God and you're not above the law of God. Yes, I spanked my son. I could feel everybody's energies in my house. Energies! And I myself had taught my son, shake your booty, let's do the booty dance, when he was a baby. But then I did not want him doing it anymore. Because there are too many perverted people out there looking up at Uranus when our feet are right here on Earth. We are the body. Jese+Us. Jese+Us. Jesus. We are on Earth. So you can kiss my fart. You want gas? I will give it to you. But let us not back down. We have to keep going forward as the body of Christ.